How would it make you feel if someone you trusted, someone you respected, someone you relied on, come up to you and say, "We need to reduce your existence. You're useless eaters. You can eat bugs and be happy and own nothing." If this happened in our immediate circle, uh, it doesn't go well. People will get extremely defensive and offended and feeling hurt even, because it's not something that we say about our fellow humans. Yet we hear this from external factors, external, irrelevant, out of touch with reality, extremely wealthy so-called elite circle of people going around and expressing these thoughts about us population. The hard workers, the workers who maintain this system. These are extremely hurtful things to hear. But once we get the emotional factor out of it, what do they mean by these eliminations of useless eaters? We're human beings. Common sense observation is we are human beings. We are uh, energetic beings. We have families. We care about things. We are not to be just eliminated because it's not doesn't suit somebody, somebody who doesn't mingle with us. Yet they are the one who is extremely wealthy. They are the one who enjoy all of our hard work, fruits and labors. They get these resources. They are the one who is playing around with the economic systems. We are the one who is putting in all the work. So it's a hurtful thing. It doesn't make any sense at all, because we talk about human rights, we talk about democracy, we talk about all these things, and yet we go around and say you're a useless eater, therefore you need to be eliminated. Perhaps we can learn something from this unfortunate communication or miscommunication. um, it's a shocking factor is always there, but yet we can learn something from this. How do we become this? How do we come so far and we think we do everything right, yet we are back to square one? We are talking about us, we are allowed to talk down to us. It doesn't make any sense. Not different than a schoolyard bullies. They are the one who takes your lunch money because they don't have empathy. They don't care if you eaten or you need the extra couple of dollars, but they'll take it anyway, because they are a parasitic existence. They are not in touch with their compassion or unity consciousness or any of those things. Therefore, they are reduced down to hurting somebody, taking things from them, and making them scared and terrorizing. So it is like a cancer when it comes to our health. If you have a cancer, this is exactly what it means. It's there. Maybe it is a helpful factors and try to protect you from all the toxicity, but cancer is a very scary thing. But when you convert this kind of wisdom with kind of pretty obvious communication amongst us that we are able to hear, we are still going on as a business as usual. We are not taking it seriously. We are not paying attention. We're doing our own thing because humans are kinder and gentler. They cannot comprehend that somebody else can hurt us so badly, especially entities that we rely on. We are respecting them, we are working for them, and all these things are true, but we can't understand this is not possible because we're unsuspecting population. Now, last few years, we have been rounded up. What do I mean by that? Our bodies have to be sacrificed for something that we don't know much about. Things like it's like a really good idea at the time, but we don't have much education on this. We don't have a lot of knowledge. We don't know these elite people, what is their agenda, what was the purpose. The doubt, enough evidence there to have extreme level of doubt. But we are so unsuspecting, we think we're doing the right thing, but we are playing right into their hands. All the while in our life, everything that we do right because we want to be good citizens, we want to take care of our families, so we put our time and energy into maintaining a home, which is your security, your oasis. You have to provide for your family, so you are so stressful about creating these special place for you, and you neglected your time and energy and your stress level because you want to create this space for yourself. But it was the only thing that becomes so toxic. We had to make choices. People had to make choices. A lot of people inherently, they know they are very iffy about these things, but they had no choice. On the surface, they didn't have choice because we have to protect our mortgage, we have to protect our home, we have to protect our job, so therefore we do these things. But inherently, you know, maybe it's not such a good idea, but it's on the surface it seems like we had no choice. But is that the case? How do we become intelligent species that work so hard to provide for ourselves, then turn around, you have to sacrifice yourself to protect your house that you're probably not going to be in? How do we become these people? It doesn't make any sense. We got to protect a job that you are the one who is working and putting your time and energy at working for these places, these toxic employment places. But it's not enough. You got to sacrifice something so important and so spiritual, your body, your temple, because someone else said so. How do we become this? This is the question that I ask, because it's a fear-based living. It's very toxic. But yeah, we are trying to protect our home by sacrificing ourselves. It doesn't make any sense. Now you wonder, why is it not so surprisingly these toxic external elite entities make you think that you are just nothing but a lab rat? Not surprised at all. Yet it happened to us. Yeah, we still going on as a unsuspecting, nothing happened, nothing wrong. We are promoting these behaviors. This is what's become of intelligent human species that is capable of love, the capable of differentiating what is right, what is wrong. The moral compass is gone. It's not there. We work really hard at the beginning. All of us, we are students. We had a very limited resources. We know what it's like to um, have basically not much to go on. But when we come into a position of authority, like a employer or counselor or any of these things, is a privileged position, but we understand what it's like to be struggling, what it's um, like to put a lot of hard work and endure a lot of stress going to school and all these things. Some of us, we migrated from another places, exactly where you're meant to be, but the journey is too long. A journey is very long for not to say anything, because we know how precious time and space is. We know the kindness and gentleness of the people in your new home. We understand it's hurtful when these people are rounded up to make decisions that affect their health, their well-being, because they are such a gentle, kind, understanding people. It doesn't matter where you come from, what is right, what is wrong. We understand we have these moral obligations to shine a light into the areas where we are to practice caution. These are wrong ways of things. This is not how we do things, and we need to differentiate these loopholes and hold people accountable. So if this is not a wake-up call, I don't know what is wake-up call. I don't know what is rational thinking. I don't know what is appropriate. We really are to wake up. And another thing, the divine leaderships are there all throughout our life, restoring hope and possibilities for our intelligent species. Yet we know people that inherently want to do the right thing. We're not perfect, but we can't even recognize these divine leaderships because we are so heavily programmed, so heavily manipulated. When you see a person like Mr. T that have extraordinary amount of wealth, I wouldn't just pack it in. It's just continue to endure so much stress and harassment. Yet we just have a hard time understanding why with somebody that who got enormous level of wealth going in there and downsize their life in every way. It's not because they're perfect people, but it is a logical, practical thinking that is more important for us at this time. Just like the cows that go on thinking that they are going to experience enormous level of prosperity and all these grass and roam free, but in the end they are getting rounded up and get sold for flesh. Unsuspecting cows, or maybe they know, I don't know, but this is the time to wake up.